What's up, y'all? It's Jen with Mouthful again. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Glad you stopped by again. Y'all don't forget to follow A Taste of the Culture on Instagram for all your Black-owned wine, spirits, whiskey, vodka, tequila, all of that. Don't forget to take a look at our website, mouthful-tv.com. There you'll find all our handles, updates, everything, Mouthful, all of that. Small Business Tuesdays, every Tuesday at 7:30. We have a space for our small businesses to showcase what they have and all of that.
All
Yes.
right. Hey, Jen.
Yes.
Hey, y'all. Am I nervous tonight? I don't know
why? Why are you
Probably because we have some
nervous?
dope guests on the show. I'm ready.
That may be what it is.
Absolutely. We definitely have some dope guests joining us today.
I should have had a drink.
Exactly. And so I want to allow Miss CL to introduce herself before we get into our small business segment today.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I am CL. I'm the host of Pussy Talk, and it is so nice to meet you guys, and I'm happy to be here.
Hey.
Thank you so much for joining us
Hey
and
fellas, how y'all doing tonight?
joining in on our conversation today. We definitely appreciate you for joining us. So
No
let's get
problem.
into our small business segment. Today we have Loreto and Mo. He said I can call him Mo. The screen say Johnson, but I'm gonna call you Mo. With Cleanse Radius joining us all the way from South Africa. How are you guys doing tonight?
Hi guys. Hi.
Thank you so much again for joining us. We know it's late over there, so we won't hold you long, so y'all can get y'all rest. But tell us how you guys started in the business together.
Okay, so how we started in the business together is I started the business alone, and then one day, because we were co-workers before, and then now we're friends and stuff like that. So he saw that I was running a business, but it wasn't that huge because I was like doing carpets and mattresses, and then he called me for one day. He's like, "No, can you come through and clean my mattress?" And then from there, he saw potential in the business, and I knew he would like it. And I knew he had like some aspects that I needed in the business. So I was like, no, I think I'm going to join in. And that's how we started.
Absolutely. That's amazing. And it's always good to have someone that you genuinely care about to go into business with you. I feel like it makes it that much easier. Has it been an easy transition being friends and business partners?
Definitely. I knew Loreto way before the business started. As you mentioned, he was my colleague. We worked together. We've had some challenges trying to basically not mix business with pleasure. So calling out your friend within business is one of the most difficult things to do. Telling him or him telling me that I'm doing something wrong, you have to take it with a pinch of salt, you know what I mean? But the transition from there started becoming a very smooth sailing ship. We went off from gathering some funds, trying to find a way to balance our 9 to 5s and basically get the ball rolling. So yeah.
Absolutely. And so, because you guys have a cleaning service, I don't know if I specified that, but you guys have a deep cleaning service. And I'm interested to know what specifically about your company would set you apart from other cleaning services.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So from our side, first of all, you have management on floor. So we make sure that whoever is working on site is on tip-top shape in terms of appearance, in terms of work ethics and all that. Also, we're the youngest in the business currently, and obviously fresh ideas from us as like 100. And yeah, I think Mohale can add on what I'm saying now.
Yeah, and also we don't use a lot of your water, so we save you on your bills. You know what I mean? We use very conventional tools, from the vacuums we use to do the spraying from the suction. They're very effective. So by the time we're done with our jobs or with the cleaning, then your upholstery is almost close to dry. You know what I mean? So we're not going to leave your place, or not going to leave your couches to sit out on the sun for another 3 hours to dry out. And we try and keep it as close to dry as possible, for example. And number two, yeah, and another thing that sets us apart, I don't know if you guys have heard of a car valet, where basically we do a detailing of the whole car. You wash the seats, you wash the carpets, and all of that, but we do it at the comfort of your own home. So we come out to you, and the only thing we need from you, because we do have an issue of power outages in South Africa, we do have our own electricity also. So that's also the nice part. We try by all means to not use too much of your electricity and water. So we're saving you on that.
That's
also
dope. Being a conscious business is a very beneficial thing to be, because people do care about that type of stuff. So it's definitely dope that you guys make sure to, incorporate that in your business. And my last question for you guys, and I'm asking you both this question. If you had to give a business owner, an entrepreneur, someone just starting out right now, looking at this video, if you had a word of advice for them, what would it be?
Loreto, you can go first.
I would say get started. I started this business from passion, I guess. So if you're passionate about something, then what are you waiting for? Let's go for it.
Absolutely.
What are you waiting
Just
for?
step out there. Just step out there and do it.
Yes, the rest will follow.
And what about you, Mom?
From my side, I definitely say this is not a dress rehearsal. This is the real show. So go for it. You know what I mean? That's definitely my mantra. There's days where you're gonna feel like you want to quit, you want to give up. We're knocking on doors. It's not easy to get them open, but as the tough gets going, it's also growing us some thick skin on the side. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just to echo what Loreto said. Why wait? Go for it.
Absolutely. And so that's all I have for you guys today. And we definitely, again, appreciate you for joining us on this episode of Mouthful, showing and promoting your business, all the way joining us again from South Africa. Again, I know it is very late/early where you guys are. So we definitely appreciate y'all for taking the time out to join us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having us. Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you.
Just a request, guys, if
Absolutely.
you don't mind. We're also running a crowdfunding campaign. I don't know if this is a safe space to share the link with you guys. If you can just please donate whatever you have. We do accept all forms of payment. I'm using PayPal and other forms. So we'll just drop the link in the chat, and yeah, if you can share with your friends and family.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
We love supporting.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Have a good morning.
Thanks.
Right. Time's up.
Thanks. Cheers.
Cool. Yes.
That's definitely dope. Like the fact that they're all the way in South Africa, y'all, that is like
Right.
I know. It
Amazing.
made time for us.
absolutely.
Baby CL is on the move.
Where you going, CL?
I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm out and about, but I'm still with y'all. I got the babies. Y'all know it's Sunday night. I apologize.
Don't you apologize, because if y'all could see what's happening below this camera, somebody's getting fed.
Girl.
Listen.
Like, is she keeping this baby on camera right now?
Every Sunday.
He
So
was
you got the
fussy. Yeah, trying to get him to sleep. Look, got to keep the camera rolling though.
Absolutely.
Yes. So who has the topic? Let's get into it. Des,
I guess that would be me. I will definitely introduce the topic. I'm perfectly fine with it because I have so much to say. I've been waiting to talk to you all about this topic. So there was a video that was introduced that was by Pastor Keon Henderson that discussed evolving relationships. And so there are so many gems in this video, and I can't even get it out because I have so much I want to say. But the main idea of this video is the fact that we really don't understand how to evolve with the relationship. Like the thing that stood out to me the most was like people know how to date, but they don't know how to update. Like once you get into this relationship, everything that you presented in the beginning, like 5 years in, it should be the same thing. Like
It's not right.
you should learn how to adapt and grow with that relationship, because with time people are going to change, people ideas are going to change, their mindsets are going to change, and you have to figure out how to evolve with that person.
That's true. And I love that when they said that in the video that we watched, people date, but they don't know how to update. And that's just about keeping the flame going and still learning each other, because it's probably something to learn about your spouse, your significant other. You know, it's not just a one-time thing and then you're done. So it's about learning each other. So I really liked what they said.
Absolutely. And I also like the fact that, because I say this all the time, that I mean, eat, baby, eat. But like I said, as you just said, and I said too, like at the end of the day, like when you, because people, when they're dating, they're putting their best foot forward. They're selling the best parts of themselves, right? And then, you know, once you get to a point of the relationship of actually being together and spending a lot of time together, especially if you live together, like you're going to notice things that you just may not like about this person, but you're going to have to be able to deal with it in order for the relationship to evolve and continue to grow and be successful. And the main thing for me, it requires communication, effective communication. We stress communication so much in relationships, but we don't stress the fact that communication needs to be effective. There are so many different ways you can communicate in so many different ways, but if it's not getting your point across properly,
Right. I need
for
you
that
to
person
understand.
to receive it, it's a waste of time and a waste of breath.
Right. I need you to understand. I need you to comprehend what I'm saying. And I need you to put that in motion, and vice versa.
Right. Because
I totally agree. Go ahead, Storm. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it's one of those things where, what's the saying, where like people they hear you, but are they really listening to what you're saying? And we're so quick to just have a response to whatever the person's saying that we don't actually listen to them. It doesn't resonate of what they're trying to get across. We're just so eager to have that response, and that's what's important. Communication and money is what will make or break a relationship. Hell.
Communication and money.
Communication and money, meaning finances, like that can make and break a relationship. Yeah.
Number one cause of divorce when those finances aren't right. But if you're not on the same frequency with that communication, it's like you can tell a person this shirt is blue, this shirt is blue. But if it's not comprehending, then you're just talking to yourself. So you have to understand each other's love language and understand how each other communicate. Because you argue with me, I'm texting you because I can't get it all out right then. Then I go to the bathroom, I'm like, fuck, I should have told that nigga this, that, and the third. So I try to get all my thoughts out. So I'm gonna text your ass.
Oh, listen, been there.
But do you think that's effective though? Because the text can be perceived in so many different ways.
Yeah.
And the way you read it, nigga, is how I wanted you to receive it, nigga.
That's right.
That's right. But in my mind, when I'm angry, that's fine. We can come back and talk about it. So I can be like, I can say cliff notes. When I said you ain't shit, I meant it just like that. So
what about those people? Because I'm one of those people to where if you send me a long ass text message, I'm not reading all of it.
It don't matter if you do. I have to get it out. You see what I'm saying?
But what if they don't read it?
That's fine. I got it out. So that way, when you fuck up again, I say you should have read that text message, nigga. For real,
I feel like if I feel like if I have to do all that, I'm just that's a little bit too much effort that I'm not willing to put in. Like I'm not, if I can't I was in a relationship for a situationship, because it wasn't no relationship. Okay. I was in a situationship for so long, like they wouldn't answer. I'm like, they would not like pick up the phone and talk. Like it was always through text messages. This went on for years and years, and it was so frustrating. And it was like I was so young and didn't know that this is not how a relationship is supposed to go. You're supposed to be able to communicate effectively. We're supposed to be able to sit down and see what's bothering both of us and be able to understand each other and what we're saying, and
But
That's
that's
in a
how he
perfect world,
communicates
but
it.
you have
That's
to
that's how
understand,
he chooses to communicate, and like you can't
right?
fault
You
him
still got a
for.
business.
and I should have left his ass. I should have left your ass a long time ago. Well, I'm not. I should have left his ass, and I didn't. And just a lot of good and bad things came out of that. But yeah, I should have left before things got out of hand.
But
So now
why
moving
were you
forward,
so uncomfortable with him choosing to
Yeah,
text
that's
him
what I'm trying to
instead of talk?
understand. Just because it
why
ain't
was
your way don't mean
because
that the relationship couldn't work. Why were you not flexible? Why didn't y'all be able to sit down and say, hey, I really don't like this. Can we try this?
I did. He didn't give a damn. So it's a lot of my fault because he basically said, well, I'm not, he didn't say it in these words, but it was always an excuse. I'm telling you that, I just want you to pick up the phone. I just want to, be able to pick up the phone and call you or whatever the case. I mean, there's a lot more to the story. But
I get it. But what I'm gonna tell you is that
but I should have listened. I should have listened to what he was saying. I should have, understood that okay, this nigga don't want to talk to you on the phone. Like, and that was like a big problem. That was a huge issue. And I should have left the relationship. I should have left.
And you
Because he
definitely
just
have that
he didn't
choice.
because he didn't
It was
because he
definitely
didn't
your right
care.
to make that choice.
Hold
Yeah.
on, CL, what were you gonna say? Don't lose
what I
your
was
track.
trying to say was I get what she's saying because I get frustrated when somebody doesn't communicate the way I need them to communicate with me. But what I'm saying is it's okay. We're all different. And that's why you have to evolve the relationship because sometimes people are giving you all that they have. You know what I'm saying? You want me to give you this, but he doesn't have the capacity to give you that. So it's not that it was a bad relationship.
Oh no, it was bad.
Well, I mean, I believe that, but I'm just speaking on communication. Sometimes people are giving us what we have, all they have to give us. But sometimes as women, we put it in our mind that if you can't give me this, you can't give me anything. He may have been giving you what you wanted, but just in his way, but you couldn't communicate, so it didn't matter anyway. But
well, I will say
Absolutely.
this at that point in time in my life, like I wasn't 100% me, and I don't think he was 100% himself. So we weren't able to give each other what we needed. So
you weren't able to evolve together. And
absolutely
that's okay.
not.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things I said in this video. Like we're always looking for the perfect person, but we need to be the perfect person in order to, create that perfect relationship per se. Even though no relationship is perfect, but the idea of, finding the perfect person is never going to happen until you are the perfect person.
Right.
And that also, like, one of the things I also said in the video that kind of put me in this mind space of, you not being okay with him communicating via text. Like, one of the things they said was like you have to love a person to make them comfortable. You can't be in a relationship and love to make yourself feel comfortable. Right. And in order for them to feel comfortable, you're going to have to be uncomfortable because we're two different people. We love two different ways. We communicate two different ways. Like we're never going to always
two different ways too.
Absolutely.
So sometimes that altercation, that combativeness, it don't work with people. Me, you get combative with me, I'm gonna shut down because you got a person that in 30 years, this is how they learned it. But in a year, you want them to learn it differently, and that's impossible. That's why I was saying sometimes people are giving you all they have. They're open to learn another way, but you have to be open to teaching them another way too, and that's how you evolve. If that
and it's not even. And when you say teaching them, it's not even like a list of what you like. I need you to do this, this, and this. It's just you being. It's like it's just you being yourself, and then them learning just from being around you. So I definitely, I totally get what you're saying.
And learning how to exist together in whatever space you both are in at that time. Like if we can accept the fact that we're all flawed, if we can all accept the fact that you know, we all have skeletons in our closet. We all have ugly truths and, you know, all of this. We are all human at the end of the day. And so as long as we can continue to accept the humanity in each of us and to stop expecting everybody to be what they see on social media, like nobody's and I want people on social media to realize that like there are people that know you in real life. Okay. So I'm just saying they really be putting on this facade on social media, and then in real life, baby, you a bum, you're trash. But
On
that's a
top
whole
of that, you
nother.
can't build a bitch. It's not buildable. You can't build a bitch or these niggas. Y'all be trying to piece shit together that don't go there.
Listen. Oh
Stop trying to
God.
build a bitch and be like, okay, bitch, these are the parts you come with. I don't really like that part, but I'm gonna fuck with this part, and you work it from there. You know what I'm saying? But you people like in their mind, and women especially have lists. He gotta have this, this, that. And I'm like, bitch, you can't build no nigga. The fuck is wrong with you? Take the parts that you can use and
And what
build from there.
I was just watching a comedy special today, and the comedian, she was like, you know, I just sat down and made a list of everything that I want in a man. And she said, after I went and looked at the list, and she was like, I don't think I'm good enough for this person. Like,
But you know
like
what?
stop. Come on, be realistic.
I would feel like he has to have the basics like a car and a job.
That's called being an
Girl,
adult.
things.
I was about to
It's a
say we
standard
too old to
vehicle.
still be hoping niggas get cars and apartments. Like,
But
Okay,
it's okay to have a list because
okay, that's what
when
I was
look
about to
at it,
say.
yeah, you know, I did it in the back of my prayer journal where I said, God, this is what I'd like to have in a man or whatnot, because I could tell God all day what I want, but he knows what I
right.
need and he's going to bring me what I need. And it's not going to be the perfect man, but I feel like who he put into my life was because he knew how I could help grow that person and how they could do the same for me. So a lot of things, what we got to think about is the word we haven't said yet is patience. Now, that doesn't mean taking people's shit, you know, and just dealing with it. But at the same time, things do, you know, require patience.
No,
And
for real.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Like at the
Patience and understanding.
but like at the end of the day, when you grow and evolve and like when you're 100% yourself or who you well shit, I don't feel like you'll ever be like I believe you're gonna grow every day. But the you know, whoever you seek out to find, like I would hope it's a person that you know understands you, you understand them, you know that, and I think we've said this before, but you know that there are going to be some growing pains, but like, are you like really willing to go through that shit with them? I think, and that's why I kind of rolled my eyes at the video. I think a lot of shit, well, when you get to a place in life where you're hard. You know, when you get to a place in life where when you're fine with being by yourself and you don't have to depend on anybody. Because I don't know if that was my issue or not, but there are a lot of people who don't know how to be by themselves. So they haven't taken time to find out who they are. Man, I know who I am, husband. I'm ready. Okay, I know I've been single for a long time.
This is a very different Jen than the last few relationship topics we had.
Oh, of course. Look. It's because, like, at this point in
You've
time,
evolved. That was you.
I've evolved. I remember the first 2 or 3 seasons. I was like, I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want nobody at my house. I don't want nobody by me. I don't want nobody in my bed. I don't want none of that. I still kind of feel that, like, I don't want nobody. I don't know, but I do want a friendship or relationship that I can grow with somebody. I think I deserve that now because I've given myself so much love. Like I've loved on myself a lot this past year.
So Jen, do you have a list of what you want in a man?
Yeah.
What's one thing on your list you cannot compromise on?
One, you have to be involved. You have to love me I have children, so I mean, you have to have a relationship with them. That is the most important thing to me that you have. It's up there. Like, yeah, because they're a part of me. Like, you have to have a I don't want no.
I wouldn't compromise that on that either.
It's
like,
not
if
just
you
me.
can't have that relationship with my kids, it's a no.
It's not just me here. Like, it's like you really have to come in. You have to step in and be there, like build a friendship with them first, and then we can go from there. But I need you to genuinely be interested in my kids. Like that's a because I feel like growing up with, I had a stepdad and I just don't really, that maybe he tried, I just didn't like him.
Wow, Jan.
Okay, what's something on your list that is superficial, but you like, I'm still gonna have it on my list?
Oh wow.
Never mind. Never mind.
Don't even answer that.
Right. I need that.
Enough said. Okay.
I need that.
That's a different segment.
Exactly.
After 9 p.m.
But you asked.
I did.
You did ask the question.
I did. Thank you for keeping it coof.
One thing that has surprised me the most, because I've said several times throughout the seasons that I was in a relationship for 10 years, 2 different relationships, total of 10 years, which were my entire 20s. So now I'm coming into 30 and trying to date, like it was scary. Because one, I realized I didn't know how to date.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect, and what I was getting was very depressing. It was very depressing because I realized a lot of people don't have like the work ethic and the drive that I have. So like a lot of the attempts in trying to date someone, it failed because I was always like doing my photography, or I was in school, or I was doing something, and I didn't have time to sit and smoke weed with them all day. You know what I mean? So it's just like I was nervous, but I'm definitely glad that because I know that there are some people out there that are not like that. They have the work ethic and the drive, and I guess they are working. So I couldn't find them. It was scary.
I can't stand
it was so scary out.
No, I'm proud of you
It was
though.
so scary.
I'm proud of you. It's about breaking down those walls, and and there's a glow. And I mean, adulting is meeting somebody where they're at in the relationship and helping them to grow. So kudos to you, Des. Okay, so what I was trying to think of what Fred talked about during the video in our group chat.
So I wanted to bring it up.
Yeah.
I wanted to give him the opportunity to do it, but like one of the things, or one of the key points of this video that stood out to me the most was that he compared relationships to a house, right? The foundation of that home is built by the man, right? So, and then it's up to the woman to set the atmosphere. Like, if you want a man to, pay the bills, and not saying that every woman wants this, but the idea of the traditional relationship that I know, you know what I mean? Like the man was the breadwinner, and the woman basically took care of the home. And so basically he was saying that the man is the foundation and the woman sets the atmosphere of the house, for it to continue to be successful and evolve.
I mean, we are in a different generation to where I feel like it could equally be done. I work just like you work. And
well, he wasn't even saying it more so in like a work or financial aspect. He was just saying that the man sets the foundation of the relationship and the woman
I wasn't
sets
saying
the atmosphere.
About finance. That's what I'm like. It like me saying, we both work. I just feel like we both have an equal responsibility to set some type of atmosphere. I think so.
True. But I think so. how I took it is the beginning of being courted, right? Because typically the man courts you type of deal. So how his approach is, how he is his representative in the first 90 days, right?
Niggas don't
And
even like the
what comes after that, right? But you know what comes after that is laying that foundation, and then from there the woman, she breaks down her walls and her barriers, because from there she's like, okay, well, I feel comfortable with him. He's showing me that I can be comfortable, or this is what he wants. So then she's setting the atmosphere of what she'll do for that man. Cause it's what is it? Something going around on Instagram, like no woman is going to be submissive to a man that something, but it was real.
I know. Damn, I wish I would. I know what you're talking about. And I feel that, because if you don't make me feel comfortable in your presence, then what? We don't, I don't want you around me, or we don't need to be around each other. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't know it verbatim. You okay? I forget, baby. I'm like, wait a minute.
Is upset.
I forget, baby. So I lost my train of thought. What were you saying, Star? Before the meme?
Oh, just that you know how a man courts. So it's important for how he approaches a woman, all the way up to saying I do. And even after that, for a woman to be comfortable and break down her walls, or, you know, your significant other, whoever you're with, to be, I'm just speaking on myself and my relationship. It was at that moment where layers were coming off, and I said, okay, this is what he's giving me. So in return, this is what I give him as the woman, as the nurturer, as the, you know, the flower in the relationship. So, and absolutely not perfect, where we're still learning each other and we're still having to compromise and meet in the middle. But when he's off with something, the atmosphere is off in our house, because now I'm feeding off of him. So I guess even it really goes full circle in relationships.
Absolutely. And like, you have to continue to really understand the person to know when they're having those moments. Because a lot of times, especially men, because I'm not a big communicator when it comes to my emotions. So it's also up to your partner to recognize those signs when something is off, you know what I mean? And try to communicate to see, you know, what can be done, if anything. Because I know when I feel away, like, I shut down. I don't want to be bothered. Don't talk to me. Don't text me. Don't ask me if I'm okay, because I'm not okay. And clearly you know that, because you wouldn't have asked the question. So leave me alone and just let me process it, and then we can come back to it. And it's up to
So when you come back
the other
to it,
person.
then how was that? Because you done pissed me off now, because I'm concerned about you, and you know, you won't get funky, fresh mouth with me because your breath is funky. First of all, you want to get funky mouth with me, and now when you calm down, now you want to like, no, let's talk.
Well, I don't communicate that in a way like leave me alone, but basically that's in my head what I'm saying. In my head, that's what I'm saying. Leave me alone, don't talk to me. But I'm gonna be like, give me a minute. Like, I just need time to process, and then we can come back to it and then communicate. Because if I react in the moment, I'm probably going to say the meanest things that I could think of in that moment, especially if I'm mad. If I'm mad and I'm hurt, I'm going to say the most hurtful things, because I want you to feel how I feel in that moment, as opposed to taking the time to express how I feel and why I feel the way that I do. And then at the end of the day, all you have to do is acknowledge that your actions made me feel a way, whether you agree that whether they were wrong or not. Just acknowledge that your actions made me feel a way, and we can move on.
I'm gonna say something,
but it's hard for a lot of people
to mad or not. That's a really toxic trait of mine. I'm gonna say something mean if I'm upset or not. Like, we can be having a really decent conversation. I will say something really mean still. So I need to work on that.
And
yes,
I feel
you have to evolve, baby.
Yeah, that's a toxic trait of mine too, is that I can literally kill you with my words. Like, but it takes a lot for me to go there, because that's not who I am on a regular. But I will admit, I if I feel like my husband has gotten me to a point of no return or whatever, I can't beat him up. I can't chin check him. So how do I hurt, or how do I go there and give him, something? Is my words, and words hurt. And that's not something I'm proud of, because words do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And I'm embarrassed to even say that's what I resort to, but sometimes, you just get moved there, and it's
I can't even see you saying anything, man.
I know, right? But when I do, and then I get that little like, your mouth gonna get you in trouble. Really? Yeah. Des,
I can see that all day. I can see that all day long.
Halo.
Girl,
I like your shirt, Star.
Thank you, honey.
That's cute.
Thank you.
It is cute. But yeah, I'm definitely a person that has to, I'm already an overthinker. Like, I'm very much an overthinker. I will overthink myself into depression. I really will, because I'm always going to think of the worst possible outcomes in any given situation.
I don't be caring.
So, wow, Jen, you cannot be like that.
Because why would I worry myself sick about some shit I can't control? I don't be caring. Listen,
I think that's the thing. I think it's for me. I care too much.
I don't care. And that's a very toxic trait. And I gotta start caring a little bit. Like, I really don't give a damn. You were out late and didn't communicate with me. I'm not all right.
Stuff like that doesn't bother me.
I'm just giving an example. Okay.
I know, I got you.
As we doing okay, cool. I'm gonna do what I do. Whatever that
my
is.
issue, like, I feel like I get attached very quickly. Not to a fault or anything. I just know that when a person is genuine and real and I really care for them, I fall very fast and very hard.
I used to be like that, but
and it took me a very long time to even get to that point, honestly. Because I knew that, so I had this wall up, and so
I'm ready to fall for somebody hard.
You're gonna fall real hard because your balance always off your head big. What? Wait a minute, Fred done popped in.
Right. So Fred, give us your spill real quick. What you took away from the video? What was your main point? Because you in the group chat, this was all you, buddy.
Oh yeah. First off, what's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
welcome,
Fred.
It's so nice.
Welcome to the show.
I know, man. Look, man. I'm a daddy first before anything. So, all right. Check it out. I had to take a sip of my drink. Let me talk my shit real quick. All right. So one thing that I got from the video is for sure one thing that really spoke to me was when one of the pastors said that the men set the tone in a relationship and the women create the atmosphere. Now, here's the thing. Before us men can set the tone in a relationship, we have to find out who we are first before anything, because that allows us to set the right tone. See, most of the times, us as men, we want to hop into the relationship without setting the tone first, setting the right tone for the relationship. So then we kind of throw everything off because everything is unbalanced. Nothing is balanced. You're not adding any value to her, and she's not adding any value to you because y'all don't know what to do with each other. So once you establish that first, then you allow the woman to feel safe as to creating an atmosphere so she can love you because she feels safe. I guess it's one of the main important things. You have to make her feel secure and you have to make her feel secure. That's a main thing. And honesty and loyalty, that's another big thing. But security is one thing. That's how she's able to set that atmosphere to love you.
What's an example of making a woman feel secure?
I was just about to ask you that question, Jen. Like, what would make your relationship feels secure? Right? Because at the end of the day, if he's saying the man has to make her feel secure, a lot of men may not know how to do that. So, like, what for
But
you would be?
but
To
also she
make
has to
me
know
feel
herself first, though.
well,
She has to know
of course,
herself
yeah,
first.
for sure, of course. And again, we have to be two people that have worked on ourselves. This is not for your question, but yeah, we're talking about two people who have worked on themselves and are ready to, be with someone and grow with them. So, but to go that way, mama. To answer your question, is like what would make me feel secure? Just a person who communicated with me every day, made sure I ate or tells me to just consistency, honestly. That would make me feel very secure. Come
Mhm.
over, I made dinner tonight type shit. Consistency, always wanting me in your presence, not clingy, because I don't like clinginess, and I would hope my partner does not want to be up under me all the time. I need you to do what you do. I need you to have something going on, so you won't be in my face all day, and I don't want to be in your face all day. But the consistency, that would make me feel very secure. Consistency
I have a quick question.
would.
No, I know you say consistency, but I have a question. So, what value will you add to that man's life?
What are you asking me? What I bring to the table?
No. Bringing something to the table is totally different from adding value to somebody.
What? So, what value would I add to that man's life? I mean, I would give him a safe space to be who he is. When he comes home, he's ready to come home to see me because he knows that I'm going to bring peace. I'm going to, well, depending on the night, I'll have the food ready. I'll have just a safe place for him to talk about his day and vice versa. I would
Okay.
hope that what I'm giving him, he's able to give me too. Like we just work together with that.
Yeah.
To bringing back. I just bringing value is a whole lot of things. I want to help him grow in what projects he has going on, and I mean just. I want to be.
The
I
reason
want
why
to
I
be
asked.
someone that I want to build up, and I invite. I want to be able to look back in 20 years and him say, she's been there with me through it. It wasn't easy, of course. No relationship is easy, but I want him to look back and say, she's been there with me through everything, like literally everything.
Okay. And I'm gonna tell you the reason. Oh, I'm sorry. So go ahead.
No, just to answer your question, I think the value I bring to my marriage and my relationship is the compassion and the intimacy of love, as far as showing emotion. My man is a man's man, is a man's man, like to the core. You know what I'm saying? Like men don't cry and this and that. I mean, to the core. And I think what I've done is been able to knock down some of those barriers as to why he feels that way. Now, granted, because of the profession he once was in and, all that machoism and everything like that added to it. But we have a son, and I don't want him to grow up not knowing how to love or feeling like he can't, show his emotions. So that's something he and I always don't see eye to eye with, even, when joking, if he might feel like, boys don't cry type of deal, right? But what I've noticed that I bring to him is feeling comfortable enough to tell me how you're feeling, to show your emotions, to speak to me.
Vulnerability.
To be, exactly.
Vulnerability. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Exactly. So I really do like that. I'm grateful that I can say that I've done that, and he would probably agree. He probably wouldn't agree on camera, but he probably, yeah, no, you're not. But but it's really important.
I guess the reason why I asked, because in this day and age now, one thing I've come to find as a single dad getting to still growing as a man, a lot of times we enter relationships for selfish reasons. Like, well, I want that person to make me happy. I want them to make me happy. It's not that person's job to make you happy. And I think we get that mixed up from time to time because of the fact that we're together. So I'm gonna do what I need to do for you because if I'm dating you to marry you, I'm not doing this is no longer about me. So I take me out of it. In order for us to move forward, we gotta take ourselves out of it first and figure out, okay, what I'm doing this for you.
Yeah.
We like times I guess like and I had to learn that about myself. I can use me as a perfect example because I was one of the most selfish motherfuckers on this planet. And that's just real. See, one thing, and don't nobody want to take accountability for their actions as well.
Right.
And I think that's why a lot of relationships don't work now because nobody's willing to take accountability for the shit that they do.
Else's fault.
It's always somebody else's fault. No. You have, especially us men, because one thing I have to say we are because of the world that we grow up in that we that especially me old school man. Look here, you don't cry, you don't show no emotion. So there's only two ways that we know how to really show emotion is by not saying anything and anger.
Yep. Yep.
And so, but a lot of people don't understand that once we get comfortable with showing vulnerability, then you'll see a totally different side of him. But but you have to take it. A lot of women are like, oh well, he don't talk to me. What have you done to get him to talk to you?
Yeah.
What have you done? Because I'm like, if
that's
you know,
the thing. Like nobody.
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
And I didn't mean to cut you off, but I feel like that's the thing with a lot of relationships. Nobody wants to put in the work. Like they want the relationship to just exist, and they want it to go with the flow. They expect everything to be right all the time. Things are going to go wrong, and you have to put in the effort and the work in order to give or create this space.
And you have yes, and you have to figure out if this person is worth the work too, because some people aren't. Because some people do have a wall up to where they're just not ready for that, and sometimes in the beginning you can't see that, but for you as a person who's coming in 100% or a growing person or a person willing to grow, I would hope that you would see that in the beginning, because I mean, like we said before, if you're not an evolved person, then ain't shit gonna work out. That's just
you're right. And like I'm telling y'all, man, it's I can use myself as so many examples. I'm not gonna get into all of it, but I'll tell you when most of the problems that happened in past relationships were because of me, because I didn't know who I was as a man. So in most of the times if you don't know yourself first, if you don't know who God is, ain't nothing gonna work for you. That's me. That's my opinion. I stand firm on that because of the fact that if if you look back, over where I've been, you understand me? I'm for real, man. Because if you look back over where I've been and where I am now, it's a total change. But and also, I mean, one thing also too that I think that a lot of people struggle with in relationships is, of course, I'm sure y'all probably talked about it already, but as far as like communication wise, as far as communication, like everybody wants to talk just to show that their authority or their power, just to, oh no, you don't listen to me. Just listen to each other. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing works by yelling, nothing works by cussing. One thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let you know. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna talk about this. I'll be damned, we finna go to bed angry. For what? Life is too short for that.
Yep, that's real.
We're gonna talk this.
Jen, you gonna talk to me. Or you gonna let me talk.
No, that's real adult type stuff though. It's so much easier to be an asshole and go to bed angry But when you really think what life is
and
about
it's hard,
and how we're not promised
yeah,
tomorrow to speak and say, listen, we might
I
not see
think
eye to eye, but I love you. You
that
know, let's
is
take time, let's work it out or whatever. Like we take life for granted and think we're
that is
gonna have,
You
you know,
do.
the next day to say
talking
something.
before you go, like not going to bed, man. Like that takes
Yeah,
a a high form of maturity,
it sure does.
because man, I have done it so many times, you know, in my previous relationships, just gone to bed mad, and you see, I see I'm single now.
And
But
that's
see,
one
But
thing I vowed
when
to
you
never
don't
do
sleep
but
is
that
well.
takes, I'm definitely willing to do it now, of course. But back then, I'm not, whatever. I go sleep, you go sleep in there, whatever the case may be. I don't care. And
You
we'll
said
wake
you
But
up
I
vowed
mad
even
and
to do
tried
that.
that though, because at the end of the day, like that something that we vowed to do in our last relationship, in my last relationship rather, is to not go to bed angry. Like if there was a situation, we needed to let's say what we needed to say, express our feelings, and go to bed. And it was hard to do that because we also said that we would never go to bed without kissing and saying I love you. Right. So it's hard to like
mm-hmm.
after a fight, like so we made all these agreements. So we done talked about it or whatever, whatever, but we both still feeling the way. So we're like, I love you. And go back to
Mm-hmm.
bed.
But
So I'm like,
but no,
does that
I
really
would think
matter
that
when it
I would
doesn't
think
is when
that you
it's
would
not
sleep.
wholehearted?
I would think that your sleep would just be better just by having that kind of that relief from having that talk. Like it goes for me just kind of being a spiritual person too. Like I feel like you have, it's just a more peaceful sleep when you do shit like that, and you
No,
wake up
it's
refreshed
not.
knowing, okay, we got this shit done. You said no, this.
No, it did not.
That's because
Because
but that's who you
no, but I'm just
are.
saying because if that like the energy
Well,
still
if
wasn't
it
there.
wasn't
It takes
genuine, then
time.
you didn't get anything resolved. If that talk wasn't genuine, then you didn't get anything resolved. If you tell me, good night.
Well, let
Yeah.
me y'all so silly. I know that we are all gonna find love. I know I just wanted to end off the topic saying this. Isn't it something to have to accept? And we've all been that person to know some way, somehow you've made a person a better person for the next person. Like
You
if
know,
you really
Yeah.
sit
you
back
know,
and think about it, isn't it like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like I went through all
and
the
and and I'm
BS.
fine with that. And I'm fine
Yeah.
with that. It's like, we just were not. It just wasn't in the cards for
Yeah.
us to be that. So I'm glad that you learned something. I learned something from
And I was just about to say they made
Yeah.
me a better
I
person
learned how
from
not to be for the next person. I'm
Right.
not tripping because I
Or you
I
learn
look at
what you
I look
don't
at
want.
it. I look at it as this: God places everybody in your life for a reason and a season.
yeah.
So in that season, it's a process. So of course, that process, you learn what you're gonna learn. It's either gonna be a lesson or a blessing, which is it's all a blessing at the end of the day because you leave off a better person.
Where is my blessing? I'm tired of lessons.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. See right there, where's my blessing? God said,
let
"Be
me tell
patient."
you what
Be
you can
patient.
do, Jen.
I'm joking.
No,
I,
no, but this is real.
I
I'm
am
about to be
very
so
patient.
real.
Like I'm okay.
I'm trying to tell
I'm
you
fine. I
how to
promise.
get your blessing, like, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm trying to tell you how to get your blessing. I think the part that you forget to do is brush your tongue. I think that's what it is.
Okay. Speaking of tongue, here's the word of mouth. I
You
can't
got me.
stop.
That's
Right. Good segue. Good segue. But no, of course, we're black every month, right? But this month we're blackity black, black, black. So we
Like
gotta
bliggity black.
celebrate bliggity black, black, black. But now we want to take a minute to celebrate Black history, but here at Mouthful, we want to do it a little bit differently. So, y'all, I want everybody to think of something or somebody that they want to shout out that is Black history. So it doesn't even have to be the, MLKs and Malcolm X that, we always talk about that we know, but mine is more recent. So I want to shout out Advocate Gary Chambers whose mission is do good, seek justice. So he is from Louisiana and he is running for U.S. Senate. I am very excited about this. Now, if y'all remember, Gary was the one that called out a Karen on the board for shopping during a board meeting, baby, and read her still.
Yes.
I'm talking about, oh, she had to walk out. She couldn't even do it.
Oh, baby.
Like the whole audacity of her. But if you hear him speak, not only is he articulate and eloquent of his Louisiana roots, but he knows what he's talking about, you know, so he gives us the real. And his current campaign commercial, you know, he's smoking marijuana. And
what's his name again?
Gary Chambers. So follow him. Yeah, you know, and donate to the cause if we can, if you can. Definitely donate. We always talk about we're tired of seeing old white men, you know, in power and office.
Yes.
Well, here's the time to make a change. But in order to do that, you have to go out and vote. So I want to shout out Gary Chambers this Black History Month, that we see you, we appreciate you. Thank you for standing up and being a voice for us, and we support you, or at least I do. So
come to the show, Gary.
Let's about Gary Chambers. Check him out, y'all.
Come to the show, Gary. We got some questions. Shout out, Gary Chambers. Shout out to you.
Who got next?
We're doing. Oh, okay. I'll go next. So, this is the person that put this show together. It's our producer, America. Although she is not, you know,
salud.
Absolutely. Although, I feel like the world knows her. They just don't know her yet. But she has done an amazing job for the past. Let's see, we started this show in 2018, 2019, and she has done an amazing job with keeping this shit together. I would not be able to do this shit. If our meetings she be on our asses. We do this every Sunday. We haven't missed a beat. She's one of the producers that you need to watch out for, because she got her shit together and she's doing her thing. So it's Miracle Johnson. Shout out to you, girl. Happy Black History Month.
Listen, and so it's crazy that you said that, because she texted me and asked me to shout out on her behalf Kelly Rowland. Please.
Oh God.
Kelly, please. Just give her a DM, just an emoji or something. Kelly, so this girl is obsessed. Kelly, if you're watching.
Call me Kelly.
Miracle ought to be ashamed of her.
Kelly is not calling me. She is happily married.
No, I was saying call me if she needs like some diapers for the baby.
And she won't.
But, right. So y'all have to hear me out. I want to give props to this man, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
For
the wonderful, yes. I have to give this man his props because it is amazing. And it's not even just the storyline, it's just the production of it all. And seeing a Black man being able to produce like such great stories. And being able to continue the stories and not let it fall flat
or be corny.
People have, okay. So I will say I have not watched Power since I still Ghost still alive for me, but I did But I will say that the way everybody talks about it on social media, I'm like, I know it's good. I just don't find the time to watch TV. I know it's good, and one day I'm going to. How long are they? Are they 30 minutes? How long are the episodes? Are they?
No, they're an hour.
Shit. But I'm still gonna catch up 50 Cent, you know.
You got a long way to go, baby.
No. Shout out to him though. I feel
shout out to Issa Rae. I want to give Issa Rae her props too. I'll let you take it, free.
All right, so they don't have to be a famous person, correct?
No.
Okay. So the person I'm about to shout out has been an inspiration to me my entire life, and that goes to my father, my dad. Shout out to my father for being in my life, for showing me every day what a true man is in the household. for showing me exactly how to grow into a man that I'm supposed to be, even though I took a totally different path than he did. But still, that man never gave up on me. He showed me exactly what it is to be a man. So shout out to my father, Frederick Williams. I love you, and I know you watching. I love you, dog. My man.
That's
Hey,
what's up.
Mr. Fred.
I mean, what's up, Mr. Fred? All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all for tuning into another episode of Mouthful. Make sure that y'all follow us over to Instagram for the after party to continue this conversation. Y'all can shout out y'all histories and historical figures in Black history, and also to continue the conversation of evolving relationship and what that looks like and mean to you. If you haven't done so already, make sure you check out our website, mouthful-tv.com, to subscribe to our mailing list, to make sure that you're keeping up with all the happenings of Mouthful. Until next time, same time, every week, Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. We'll see y'all next week. Peace out.
7:30.